All right, we are live.
All right, welcome everyone to the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting for Monday, March 28th, 2022. Call to order, roll call.
Jim Craig, Kevin Neef, Lisa Jepson, Kenny Jones, Mark Ross, Jeff Cater.
Item number 2, approval of the agenda. Would anyone need a little time to review it, or would we be ready for a motion for approval? Jim Craig has moved a second. Are there any, you do keep me honest, Pat, any additions to the
No
agenda?
additions to the agenda.
I do without Kenny. No additions to the agenda. Jim Craig has moved to approve.
I'll second.
And Kenny has seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion passes. Approval of the February 20th, 2022 regular meeting minutes. Does anyone need a little time to review? Or would we, no changes or amendments to the minutes? Thank you. Anybody need a little time to reconsider, or would we be ready for a motion?
I'll motion.
All right. Kenny has moved to accept. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Jeff has seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Minutes are approved. Moving on to item 4, Community Development Director's Report. Pat, update us on your comings and goings, sir.
Absolutely. Well, to get you up to speed, the Edgewood Village minor revision that we did a month and a half ago has gone through city council level, and they have approved it as well. The rezoning for Haddish's first edition to a C3 along County Road. The council has also approved that, as you did, with no conditions and no one contesting the rezoning this time around. I would like to add a couple of items to my report, just to get you up to speed. We are considering a review of our comprehensive plan. We've got some amendments that we want to propose that are inclusive of items on sustainability and environment, along with inclusivity and equitability. And we are looking at probably a 6 to 9 month process. What I am proposing is to include the entire planning and zoning commission on that group. We're going to try to put together about 20 to 25 people, including various people from all of the various neighborhoods, a couple of council members, and then all of planning and zoning to look at the issues that we're trying to change, including some maybe moving into changing our residential zones to be a little more inclusive, and changing our zoning for urban agriculture. Another item in there that will be of great interest will be what's called auxiliary dwelling units, which have been passed in Marion and Cedar Rapids, which is the ability to have it attached or detached. Used to call it a granny shack, but it would be a dwelling unit that could even be rented out. The other item I wanted to bring before you is that we have written a vacant building ordinance. A lot of jurisdictions have one. Many times this is used to address issues when there's a downturn in the economy and there happen to be buildings that are left vacant either for tax foreclosure or for various reasons of dilapidation. In Hiawatha, we don't have a lot of those buildings presently. We have noticed as our housing stock ages, we will have residential homes that will fall into this category. In most jurisdictions, that encompasses 90% of the vacant. They are residential buildings. The ordinance that we have put together will actually require buy-in from realtors and bankers, because we are going to assess for maintaining vacant buildings. At least that's the plan. That committee we were putting together to study the ordinance and come up with recommendations to City Council as to whether or not we want to implement it. City Council has been appraised of this, and they know we're going to set up a committee. This committee will have stakeholders, including bankers, realtors, builders, and developers. And I would like to include at least 2 people from planning and zoning. Presently, I'm suggesting the chair and vice chair. And anybody, if there's others that might be interested in that vacant building ordinance, we certainly would not hesitate to include them. So that's what's on our agenda, and we will be working on that one for the next 6 to 9 months as well. These will take some time, but I want you to be aware of them because we will ask.
Is there a time that you're doing this?
We
Dates are when you're starting, or?
Well, I had them on my schedule to start them in March of 2022. So technically I'm starting.
Are you available tomorrow?
So, but I did give myself until January 2023 to complete the implementation, because this could take some time. We actually have already written the ordinance for the vacant building. We've actually made some changes and amendments to the comprehensive plan. However, we have not taken them out for the public. So we will be getting some feedback from these committees beforehand.
So Pat, when we're talking about the entire planning and zoning commission being represented on the comprehensive plan update, are we talking about maybe like one extra meeting a month in addition to our regular meeting, or?
That would be correct.
Okay,
That's my intent.
okay, thank you.
And you don't have the starting date on them yet?
I am guessing it won't be till May. And I am also guessing that it will be evening meetings.
Okay. If Mark is not able to do this, for the chair and the vice chair, I would take Mark's place. I'm going to be in Canada on some of these. I mean, I plan on going in June and probably August, maybe in September, so. But I'll be available if Mark can do this, okay?
Wonderful. And at the end, we'll have a big fish fry if Kenny does well.
That sounds good. That's it for my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other
That's only
questions?
for the committee.
Let the record reflect you looked right at Pat. Any other questions for our community development director? who so bravely comes to all these meetings? Excellent, thanks, Pat.
Yep.
So I'll move to item number 5. Our business for tonight is to consider a resolution for recommendation to City Council to approve the design guidelines requirements for the site plan submitted by Scooter's Coffee for the property located at 1004 Roberts Road, Hiawatha, Iowa. Fellow commissioners, do you have any questions? And Pat, could you give the full name of the person who's joining us remotely and tell us all?
Cassandra is representing the, well, I'll let her talk for herself. I can't remember her last name. Liver.
Maybe she's like Cher, she doesn't go by her last name. Could you share for all of us on the record, your name and who you represent, please?
Yes, absolutely. I'm a little far away, so I'm
Okay.
my name is Crystal Rutherford, and I am a development project manager for the call.
Thank you. All right, fellow commissioners, do we have any questions either for the representative of Scooter's Coffee or for our city officials? Yeah, I do have one question for the city, and that has to do with the traffic flow. If customers were going, as I understand the location, if customers were going to be making a left turn into the establishment, is this far enough from the intersection that won't back up traffic? Does my question make sense?
Yes, the question makes sense. The left turn option, right, I believe in this design only exists on Round
And the Robbins Road entrance is set back far enough so that if there were 3 or 4 cars in line, it's not going to,
That is correct.
you'd have plenty of time to slow down, and it's not a high-speed area anyway, so, okay. But I figured you all had looked at that, I just wanted to ask.
We've given consideration to the amount of cars stacked.
Okay.
That's a
Very difficult sometimes.
It's mostly, the worst of it is on Boyce Road, so.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think the overlay is, they've got it really, with all of the shrubbery and everything else they have, I think they got a really nice design on this whole project. I think it's gonna benefit that whole corner.
It also seems like a creative use of a very difficultly configured parcel of land. So that's always nice to see those resources going to a good use. We appreciate the size of the project.
This is one of those projects that would really be easier.
I can imagine.
This is one of those projects that would really be easier to consider with a sample.
Oh,
Yeah.
Requesting a sample of the product before approval. I'll give you his address after the meeting.
That might not be appropriate.
My question,
Well, let me have a lawyer.
my question, I think is probably to the city. What happens when the train's there? So it's blocking both Robbins and Boyson, right? So
It could.
they just have to back up on the property. Is that, are the trains long enough? It's an issue.
I have not seen that occur, but I'm not saying it hasn't. Jim, have you seen Robbins and Boyson both backed up due to a train?
The train does cross both, but it's no different than the entire section. So they could technically still get out the north end and go south on.
That's
So technically they can still get out of that.
But we don't think that's gonna, I think it's a great plan. I don't have any criticism of the plan. That's the thing that stood out to me this morning.
Yeah, it has an impact, and we've never heard of an issue in that.
In the train, aren't they going to put their arms on both of them intersections so they don't have to blow the whistle and stuff anymore? Isn't that in the plan?
The quiet zone for the train so far is only for Blair's Ferry and Emmons and Central Road. It has not been extended to these intersections at this point. It could.
Can we put this in that plan that you're talking about?
For quiet zones, we can look at, I can certainly add that to our comprehensive plan.
The scooters wouldn't have.
Unless it's the wake up and get your coffee sign. Okay, I'm a huge My Cousin Benny fan, so the train whistle.
I'm not pretty sure when the train goes through there, they only go through a couple times a day.
On, since Cedar Rapids across from, that has to be on. I haven't seen any traffic problems in either of those, and this looks to me like there's lots of places for cars to back up. It's, you know, I mean, based on the size, if the size of the building, you would represent the ones that already exist. I presume that it's similar, but it looks like a lot of room to me.
So if I might, is that?
Yes, please. Yep. Can you address the question about is the proposed size of this building similar to the other ones that exist right now in the Cedar Rapids metropolitan area?
Okay, now, I didn't hear that part of the question, so thank you very much. So two things, I am not sure about that, but if, so we are now doing what we call prototype 4.0, and, I don't don't know if the Cedar Rapids are 3.0 or 4.0, but there's a difference of in police consultation that I think it's maybe not less than that, maybe 50, 20. So it is a bigger footprint, but not by much at all. So the kiosk itself, remains very close to the same size. Some of the differences are a little bit more freezing space inside, and then, another, coffee, a special type machine. I apologize, I'm worried about the construction. I don't know the innards very well, but, we are kind of growing a little bit with the industry. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is, it is likely, although I'm not 100% certain, and I feel a little foolish for not looking it up prior to the call, but, single lane drive-throughs were funded, with, not so long ago, we just now introduced the 2-lane, double menu board, and that is to, bring in staffing, and be able to ensure that there is a backlog moving out into, streets or wherever, parking lots or wherever it may be. And thirdly, the Cedar Rapids properties also, there's a good chance that they are housed by the same franchisee that has this store and their own store, which will be going up at the same time. So, but again, the double menu board is really a key. That along with the speed of service at Twin House, which is a big style pack. There's some secret sauce they found that really works. So, between that speed of service and the double menu board, we're in a really good position to move a lot of cars through. So, to circle back to the original question, it may be a little bit larger, but not much, enough to accommodate the interior, growth.
Great, thank you. You've answered our questions. Thank you. So, fellow commissioners, any additional questions? Are we comfortable with a motion to approve resolution for recommendation to city council to approve the design guidelines requirement for the site plan submitted by Scrooge Coffee for the property located at 1004 Robbins Road, Hiawatha, Iowa? Do we have a motion to approve the recommendation?
Also move.
Kenny has moved. Do we have a second? Jim has seconded. Roll call, please.
Kenny Jones,
Aye.
Lisa Jepson,
Aye.
Jeff Cader, Jim Craig.
All right. Motion carries. Thank you so much. It's the big one, folks. Item 6, motion for adjournment. I think Jeff, would you like the honors? I see him saying yes. Jeff wants to move to approve to adjourn. Kenny has a big second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you very much, folks. Have a great evening. See you in a month.
Thanks for
Thank you. So I'll give you Jim Craig's address for the coupon. And then I'll report him to the ethics board. So after